Welcome, everyone, to the City of Middletown Planning Board, June the 5th, 2024 meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first we're going to do a little housekeeping for our transcriptionist. This evening, we have absent board members, Mr. McCormick, Mr. Brito, and Ms. Hewson, who is planning on coming but will be late. Also, this evening, we have Sixto Martinez, who is the City of Middletown building inspector. And we'd like to welcome Mr. Mike Watery, who is taking over for Mr. Theron Atkins as the City of Middletown fire inspector. And also this evening, Richard Krogan is present. And Ms. Hewson has arrived, so she will not be late tonight. Thank you. First on the agenda this evening will be the approval of April the 3rd, 2024, and May the 1st, 2024 Planning Board minutes. I need a motion to approve. Mr. Higbee, second, Ms. Witt. Any discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Excuse me. Ms. Hewson?
Yes.
Mr. Higbee?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Before we go any further with the agenda, anyone here this evening as a first-time applicant appearance is considered a preliminary hearing, and the planning board may or may not choose to act or vote on those applications tonight. Moving forward. First on the agenda, Sound of Hope Radio Network, 45 to 51 Academy Avenue. This is a 6-month extension. Dear Martina, I would like to request an extension to our planned renovation, which is approved last December by the planning board. We still have several factors that haven't come together, so they're looking for an extension. All right, I need a motion. Ms. Hewson, second. Ms. Witt, discussion.
I will note for the record that this is their first request.
Okay. Roll call. Mr. Madden.
Yes.
Ms. Witt.
Yes.
Ms. Hewson.
Yes.
Mr. Higbee.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Also going forward this evening, just to let you know, now we do have a quorum. You do not need a unanimous vote, but you need a minimum of 5 votes, correct?
No, you would need 3 votes.
Four.
Sorry.
Four votes.
4. You
Okay,
said
that's
5.
good. For approval.
Yes.
Good, thank you. Next on the agenda, Flores Milo Mendia, 86 to 90 North Street, looking for a beer, wine, and cider liquor license. This is an existing eating and drinking establishment in the DMU zone. Step forward, please, up to the mic.
Good evening, honorable members of the board. My name is Trevor Martin. I am the attorney for the applicant, Flores Milo, who is the principal of Milo's Restaurant, which is located just on the corner of Wickham and North Street. Mr. Flores Milo has been running a restaurant in Middletown for the past 3 years, where he has been offering delicious Ecuadorian cuisine to members of our community. Prior to this, he did own a similar restaurant in Fishkill. As part of that, he did seek and was granted a liquor license. I believe that was actually a full liquor license that allowed for the sale of spirits. However, that restaurant did close at the end of COVID. He opened here in Middletown and is now seeking to expand his menu offerings to include beer and wine. As the chair so graciously mentioned, this is a restaurant that includes a full menu. It is not intended to be a drinking establishment, so there should be no concerns about public safety. It's not intended to be the type of place where someone's going to go and sit at a bar and get drunk after work. This is still a restaurant. We're not planning on installing a formal bar area. We're just essentially adding increasing the stock to include beer and wine and cider. So that's sort of my elevator speech. I believe that Mr. Mendia, both his plan that he's going to present to the Liquor Authority and also the statement that we have here today should reflect no issues with respect to concerns that the community would have. Obviously, as prior to this meeting, as a prerequisite, we did send out mailings, and I guess we would welcome any members of the public who have any concerns to raise them. But I don't believe any members of the public, at least at this stage, have come forward.
We'll get to that in just a minute.
Very good.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Tu, do we have the mailings? Okay, then in that case, we'll open the public hearing. Ms. Tu, do we have anyone on the telephone? Anything in writing? Okay, then I'm going to open the public hearing, and I'm going to go to the public for any questions, comments, or concerns. Please step forward. Okay, that being said, any comments, concerns from the members, board members? None? Okay, I'll go back to the public one more time. Anyone from the public wishing to address this application, please step forward. There being none, I'm going to ask for a motion to close the public hearing. Ms. Houston, I need a second. Mr. Madden, all in favor? Aye. Public hearing is closed. I'll go to the board, though, one more time for any questions, comments, or concerns.
Any issues from the building department?
As far as I know at this time, no.
Any issues from the fire department, fire inspector?
Not at this time.
Okay. In that case, we're going to move to the resolution for Flores Milo Mendia, 86 to 90 North Street, beer, wine, and cider liquor license for an existing eating and drinking establishment in the DMU zone. I will need a motion. Ms. Houston, I need a second. Mr. Madden, discussion. Roll call. Mr. Madden.
Yes.
Ms. Witt.
Yes.
Ms. Houston.
Yes.
Mr. Higbee.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, honorable members of the board. We'll do the community well.
Thank you. Good luck. Next on our agenda is Bambuco, 240 Wickham Avenue, looking for a full liquor license. Again, this is an existing eating and drinking establishment in the C3 zone.
Good evening.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Lady. I'm the owner of Bambuco Restaurant. Actually, right now I have the basic liquor. I already have wine and beer, and I would like to make an upgrade for full liquor. I'm not gonna make any constructions, and I just gonna start with some strong liquor, like our customers are request all the time. So I would like to upgrade. I have a full menu. I have breakfast, lunch, dinner. So that's what I would like to get.
Okay.
More options in my restaurant.
Thank you. Ms. Tu, do we have the mailings? Yes. In that case, I'll open the public hearing. Ms. Tu, do we have anything in writing? Anyone on the telephone? Okay, I'll go to the, open it up to the public. Anyone wishing to address this application, please step forward. Okay, I'll go to the board for any questions, comments, or concerns. Okay, I'll go back to the public hearing one more time. Anyone here wishing to address this application, please step forward. No one stepping forward, then I would asking for a motion to close the public hearing. Ms. Witt, motion, second, Mr. Madden. And all in favor? Aye. Okay. One more time for the board. Any more questions or comments?
You're not changing any of your business hours, correct?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Any comments from our inspectors?
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me. I have a question.
Sure.
Sometimes I have live music. I never stay after my regular hours. But let's see, just in case if I have some event like Mother's Day or Father's Day, special days, is any restriction in a time or how long after my closing hours, can I stay or it's not allowed?
Well, the first answer would be you have to work within the hours that you've been approved for already.
Okay.
Okay, that's the one question or answer.
Okay.
As far as music, I don't think there's any restriction in the C3 zone that I'm aware of.
You'd have to check with the inspectors.
Right.
I would have to find out to see if there's
Okay.
anything that will need to be addressed.
Understood? Yeah.
Okay.
Ms. Witt?
So there is a noise ordinance, typically, but again, Mr. Sicko will address that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone would have to fall within the noise ordinance anyway. I think she's asking if she can have live music or recorded music during her business hours.
No, what exactly, it's like I already pay for the ASCAP because they request to pay for the rights to play live music and whatever radio, I pay for the rights. But the question is sometimes, let's say I close at night, but sometimes people, can I stay 1 hour more, so I want to be sure I not go against the law. It's like if I'm allowed to let the people stay 1 hour more, or definitely people have to left the established after the,
I still think the answer to that question is you can only be open on the
Oh.
hours that have been approved.
okay,
Okay?
Okay.
So if you plan on closing at 9 o'clock at night, if that's your typical hours,
yeah,
you're closed at 9 o'clock at night.
okay,
Okay? I don't think she applies for a permit, but I don't think that's possible, right?
Right.
That's the answer. You have to work within your approved hours.
okay.
Okay.
And is any way to maybe extend, I'm not planning right now, I even not think about that, but on weekends usually I close Friday, Saturday at night. Is any way to apply for extend 1 hour?
We would extend that now, correct?
Yeah, by motion.
Right, well, we'd have to amend the hours.
Resolution, yeah.
Okay, I don't have the resolution in front of me, so,
What hours are you thinking of having?
Excuse me?
What would your new hours be?
No, I was thinking like extend just Friday and Saturday, maybe, or what is the maximum time? Because I don't know. Usually Friday and Saturday is when people want to stay more,
Right.
So I don't know what is the maximum time that I'm allowed to stay.
What are you looking for? What do you think it might be?
So maybe no more than 11,
Okay.
no more than that.
So the earliest time you have on your opening hours is 9 a.m., and the latest time you would close is 11. So do you want to just change your hours from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily?
Yes, if it's possible, yeah. Actually, right now in weekdays, I know you asked me before, but I just recently, last week, I changed opening at 10 in weekdays.
Okay.
Yeah. And Saturday and Sunday, I open 9.
But if you wanted to change it, you would actually have to come back to the board. So if you want to
Oh,
keep it
okay.
early and keep it late, you're probably better
okay,
off.
no, but
I'm not giving you legal advice or anything, but
Oh.
it just makes sense to
okay.
keep your hours as you probably want them in the long term.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, I mean, if you're going to be open longer, I mean, it's up to the board, of course, but
Okay. Whatever is allowed to do, I good with it. Whatever time you allow me to stay open on Friday and Saturday, I'm fine with it.
okay.
all right, because right now, what we have on the record is Monday through Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thursday and Friday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, you have 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes.
So we can do this very simply. If you want to be open, it looks like 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day,
No. Just want to extend the closing hour on Friday and Saturday.
just Friday and Saturday.
Yes, just the close. The open time is gonna stay.
Okay.
Just whatever maximum time you allow me to close, just in Friday and Saturday.
Well, I want you to pick the time you want to close.
Oh.
And then we'll have that discussion.
And what is the maximum time? But I mean, whatever you put, I have to keep that, or I can close early.
You can close
Oh,
early.
You can always close early.
Yeah, always
Oh,
close early.
okay.
Yeah,
Can't stay
and you can
open later.
open later than your time that you're
Oh,
requesting.
okay.
So if we
No,
put 9 a.m., you could open
No,
at 10
let's see.
a.m.
So if possible, maybe 12, just in case if I have something.
9 to midnight daily?
If
or-
I could just put something out there for you to think about, is maybe just make a blanket amount of time between Sunday through Saturday, 9 AM to 11 PM. You don't have to work within those hours, but that way, if it changes, like you find out that Wednesdays are going to be a later night, or Thursdays are going to be a later night, that way you're covered. That way, it's not just going to be until 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
whatever.
make it 9 AM to like 11, if that, that way it's one time
Okay.
for the whole week.
Like you just say
Yeah.
daily.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you know better than me about that.
Well, it's your business, so
No, yes, but I didn't know about the times allowed, and most likely weekdays we close earlier because it's the maximum time. But usually most people like to leave out on Fridays and Saturdays, the day that they like to stay longer, Yeah.
6 to, is there any time constraint that the latest that they can be open in a C3?
Just looking at the noise ordinance, it's 10.
It's actually C2, my fault.
C2?
It's C2, yes.
Right, I have to check on the C2.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm kind of offering it up to you. There may be no limit, or there may be no time frame, but since you've been in business and you experienced what your clientele would prefer, that's why we're asking you what time you think you
Okay.
might want to stay open to.
Okay, so maybe 12 should be good.
Okay? So we're talking 12 a.m.? Now, that's just on Friday and Saturday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The opening hours are going to remain the same, 10
Yes.
a.m. on Friday and 9 a.m. on Saturday. Just that the closing time will be 10 or 12 a.m., midnight.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
All the other hours will remain the same.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
all right. So, we're going to try and amend the resolution for 240 Wickham Avenue. I first need a motion to amend this resolution for 240 Wickham Avenue for the reason of extending hours on Friday and Saturday evenings. So from Friday would be 10 a.m. to 12 midnight, Saturday is 9 a.m. to 12 midnight. So I need a motion from a member, Mr. Higbee. I need a second, Ms. Witt. And discussion? Roll call, Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Ms. Witt,
Yes.
Ms. Houston,
Yes.
Mr. Higbee.
Yes.
I vote yes. All right, now that we have a motion that's been amended, on the motion, on the approved amendment for 240 Wickham Avenue, and for the reason of extending hours on Friday and Saturday, from Friday 10 a.m. to 12 midnight, and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 midnight. I need a motion. Ms. Houston, second, Ms. Witt. I know, that's the rules, I can't help it. Discussion. Roll call. Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Ms. Witt,
Yes.
Ms. Houston,
Yes.
Mr. Higbee.
Yes.
I vote yes. So we now have an approved resolution with your amended hours on Friday and Saturday. So basically, you're approved.
Okay, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry for the amendment process.
We have to do the liquor
Pardon me?
license.
Is that included within the liquor license, though? That's what she came for.
That's part of that's part of the original. I didn't change anything in the resolution. I only amended the hours. Okay? Okay. Next on the agenda is 7 North Street, and I apologize if I pronounce this incorrectly. Luz Chaka? Please step up to the microphone, please. State your name for the record
Luz Chauca
and your intentions.
for a ladies' fashion boutique.
Okay, great. Ms. Tu, do we have the mailings? Okay, in that case, I'm going to open the public hearing. Ms. Tu, do we have anything in writing? Do we have anyone on the telephone? Then I'll go to the public. Anyone wishing to step forward to address this application? Okay, I'll go to the board members. Any questions, comments, or concerns? right, back to the public. Anyone wishing to step forward and comment on this application? No one stepping forward. I'm going to ask for a motion to close the public hearing. I need a motion, Mr. Madden. I need a second, Ms. Witt. All in favor? Aye. Public hearing is closed. Go to the board one more time for any thoughts. Yes, Ms. Witt?
Just confirming, you're just going to be open Monday through Saturday with Sunday being closed?
Correct.
Okay, and 9 AM to 7 PM?
Yes.
Okay.
Inspectors, any comments?
I have no comments at the present time.
No issues.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, then. On the resolution for 7 North Street Clothing Boutique, I need a motion. Ms. Houston, I need a second. Mr. Madden. Discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
Mr. Higbee?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next on the agenda, Green Eastern USA, Inc., 19 North Street, Eating and Drinking Establishment. Good evening. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Winnie. Because I come from Hong Kong, so I want to bring Hong Kong dim sum and tea to Middletown. My opening hour is from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Okay. Ms. Tu, do we have the mailings? Yes, we do. Okay, in that case, I'm going to open the public hearing. Ms. Tu, do we have anything in writing? Do we have anyone on the telephone? Okay, then I'll open it up to the public. Anyone wishing to address this application, please step forward. I'll go to the board for any questions, comments, or concerns. Mr. Madden?
Your plans include a new rear exit from your establishment,
Yeah.
is that correct?
Yeah, because it's for emergency exit.
Now, that would go directly into a public parking lot. Is that something we need to be concerned about?
I believe that that is only if it's deemed necessary by the fire department or the building department. And you are correct, that can't be done. There's never been an exit there before because it goes into or onto city property. So I don't believe that has to take place, but as you get your permits and you follow the process, the DPW and the fire department will fully advise you. You know, I wouldn't do any work prior to that, obviously, because they're going to direct you on the proper way to do it. That exit may not even be necessary. Okay? And, pardon me? Go ahead.
Just real quick, Inspector Atkins and I, we made a site visit. We've been in contact, and our concerns were addressed.
Okay.
So we're good.
So when you say your concerns were addressed, does that mean that you need a rear door or no?
We're looking into that right now.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just keep in mind, though, that it does exit onto public property. All right, and so there was a mention, you have a question? I'm sorry, Ms. Witt.
I do. You mentioned in your application food retail services. Will there be cooking besides serving tea on, are you going to be having cooking on the premises?
Yeah.
You are having cooking on the premises?
Yeah.
Okay. So is everything set up for that, like, as
Yeah,
far as
that's why
what's
it's an eating
needed?
and drinking establishment. Yes, we had to do that. Yep. All right, so since the hours of operation were brought up, in the resolution, the hours of operation are Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the resolution stands as it is. Okay, just making sure. Okay, any other questions from the board? Yes, Mr. Madden.
Commercial cooking will have to have exhaust systems? Would that be correct? And again, another, area where the building is landlocked, it's got buildings on either side of it. So that would have to be
We-
determined as well.
Yes, we were told that they weren't going to be cooking. They were only boiling water on an electric stove. So we have to look into the plans, and is that what, you're only boiling water, correct?
Maybe cook some soup.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
changes everything. So you can, the way it was told to us was that you can only boil water, that you were only boiling water for tea,
Okay,
okay? So we have to discuss this,
all right,
all right?
maybe.
No, you can't cook without a hood or venting.
We
we were-
would install the hook.
Okay, so we
If-
have
if
to
we-
discuss that
yep.
further then,
Yeah.
because we were under the impression that it was only tea, and they were only boiling water. That was what we were told.
Okay,
Okay.
but we would steam, because we have dim sum, so maybe we can, we would do some steam there to reheat the dim sum, and also maybe,
Right, so
So-
it would still constitute as cooking then. So we
Yeah.
would need to discuss this further.
okay.
Will you be frying the dim sum as well? Like pan frying or deep frying at all?
No deep frying.
No deep
just,
frying.
Yeah, yeah, it's just cooking is a, yeah, it's easy thing.
So you don't do like fried dumplings and that kind of stuff?
No fry.
Okay. No frying? Okay, thank you.
Keep in mind, information for the board members again, the public, okay, and the applicant, the way the or the resolution is worded, that she must go through the process with the DPW and the fire department. Even though we're making an approval, within that resolution, they must meet all the codes, regardless of what they've.
Subject to them.
It's subject to, it's always subject to. But, so they have to follow all the rules and regulations. Whatever the fire marshal, DPW comes up with, they have to comply. Or not, and they can do something other than what they say they're going to do. But they will be the judge of the proper methods for safety for that business. All right, so that's why we worded the application the way we, or the resolution the way we did. All right? Because people do change their minds when they get going. Okay? Is that understood by everyone? Okay, great. Just wanted to make sure we have it clear. Okay. So, did I close the public hearing, Ms. Tu? Okay, well, good. We're going to close. I need a motion to close the public hearing. Ms. Whip, Mr. Madden, all in favor? Aye. Public hearing has been closed. On the resolution for Green Eastern USA, Inc., 19 North Street, an eating and drinking establishment. I need a motion. Mr. Madden, I need a second. Ms. Witt, discussion. Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston? Yes. Mr. Higbee?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Thank you.
Make sure you get a hold of DPW and the fire department before you start any work.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next on the agenda, Mad Stank Enterprises LLC, 3 West Main Street.
Before you begin, Dave, are you recusing yourself? Then you should probably go sit in the public.
I guess you got told. Yeah. Okay, sir, please state your name for the record.
Good evening. My name is Evan Stankunas. Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. I'm here representing Mad Stank Enterprises LLC in our application for our winery at 3 West Main Street. We seek to occupy the space primarily for the production of wine, but ultimately our goals are eventually to open an urban winery in the city of Middletown. This space will be utilized for the initial operations of crushing grapes, producing the wine, bottling the wine, and distributing the wine through a small tasting area. My partner is a resident, business owner, and community servant of Middletown. We've both been making wine for many years. We're both big cheerleaders for all the things the city is doing and think that a winery is a great addition to what's already been going on in the city. While we contend with the process of the New York State Liquor Authority and any of the approvals we'll need from city fire and city building, we would like to get, everything up and running so we can get the approvals or the application into State Liquor Authority. We think this production space will make a great addition to the downtown area and hopefully will become an additional attraction for city residents, community residents, and tourists to come to the downtown area.
Great, thank you. Ms. Tu, do we have the mailings? Yes, we do. In that case, I'll open the public hearing. Ms. Tu, do we have anything in writing? Anyone on the telephone? Okay, then I'll go to the public. Anyone wishing to address this application, please step forward. Okay, I'll go to the board. The board members have any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay,
Any comments from our inspectors?
I will have comments once we receive the prints and any permits. Thank you.
None at this time.
okay. All righty, I'll go back to the public. Anyone wishing to address this application, please step forward. I'm going to need a motion to close the public hearing. Ms. Witt, second, Mr. Higbee. All in favor? Aye. I will go to the board one more time for any questions, comments, or concerns. None being had. Oh, sure, go ahead.
How many employees are you going to have? Just curiosity,
Initially, probably no paid employees, just members of our business.
Okay. How many?
3.
Okay, no, I was just
Yep.
curious, it's very cool endeavor, so.
Thank you. Good luck
to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Then, on the resolution for Mad Stank Enterprises LLC, 3 West Main Street, wine production, bottling, tasting, sales, and drinking establishment. On the resolution, I need a motion. Ms. Witt, second. Ms. Houston. Discussion. Roll call. Ms. Witt.
Yes.
Ms. Houston.
Yes.
Mr. Higbee.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Please get with the DPW and the fire department.
Please,
Thank
thank
you
you.
very much. Good luck. Okay, next on the agenda. Manusha Kanana? I probably butchered that. 21 Center Street, grocery and eating and drinking establishment. Good evening.
Good evening, honorable members of board.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Neha. His name is Manish.
Fine. What do you plan on doing?
So we took over the grocery store across the street. There was a grocery store already, so we're going to add American Indian grocery over there, as well as we're gonna shut off the halal meat over there, and we're planning to build a kitchen over there. That is in our plans. We're not gonna build the kitchen right away to start the business. We're just gonna take the approval, and we're gonna plan to build a kitchen in 3-4 months from now, and we're gonna sell food over there, pre-cooked food, like we're gonna make caterings, Indian caterings, American caterings, as well as we're gonna sell coffee and pizzas and stuff, as well as fresh juice. So this is our plan.
Okay.
But to cook anything deep frying or a stove cooking, that is not in a plan right now to start the business. That is down the line. We're just gonna take the approval so that we can work with the DPW and fire department to build a kitchen before we start our kitchen over there. But for now, it's gonna be a grocery store, full grocery store, where we're gonna sell hygienic and household goods and proper groceries, as well as coffee and juice.
Okay. So,
And one more addition.
Sure.
We're gonna sell a pre-cooked pizza over there, which we're just gonna heat up in the air fryer to sell it,
Okay.
like a dollar slice, New York style dollar slice pizza.
okay. Not a bad plan. As you develop into eating and drinking establishment, you'll follow the code.
Yes.
Talk to DPW and the fire department, and that'll be fine. All right. Going to go back to the public, we're going to go to the public for any comments, questions, or concerns. Address the application, none. None being had. Anyone from the board members, any questions, comments, or concerns? Ms. Witt?
On your plans, you are showing stairs to an upstairs apartment. Is that apartment still going to be going to be habitated, going to be used, or?
There is an apartments over there. There is still people living over there.
Okay.
I work with the landlord, and that's not an issue for them.
So you're still going to have an apartment, a tenant upstairs?
Correct.
Okay.
Any comments from the inspectors?
Not at this time.
We've made site visits, we've been in contact with everyone here, and they're doing the best, and we've been back and forth numerous times, so we have no issues at this time.
The applicant mentioned an air fryer. Is that require ventilation?
They have been in contact. We did instruct them to get in touch with the hood and a sprinkler, or not, the hood system. So they're filling out the permits now, and it's all going to be reviewed.
Okay, they had mentioned that they wanted to start with that, but they're not able to start with that until they get a hood in.
Correct.
So I met with Mr. Atkins, and we specifically asked them, and they said that you cannot do anything which produce grease, like you cannot fry anything over there, or you cannot make cooking like until you have a hood. But if you selling pizza, which you're just gonna heat up in the air fryer, that's what he mentioned to us. But if that's an issue, we can hold on that thing too. We are already in contact with a restaurant equipment company up here in Hoe Street, I think, and we have a plans, and we have a estimate and everything, so we can hold on that thing. But just to ask that if we can start with the coffee and bagels, which we're not gonna heat up, and muffins and donuts.
Okay. As long as they follow the process, it's good. Okay.
Yeah, I just wouldn't do the air fryer until you have the approval from the fire inspector.
Sure, we'll wait.
Okay. All right. I'll go back to the public hearing one more time. Anyone present wishing to speak on this application, please step forward. No one stepping forward. I need a motion to close the public hearing. Mr. Madden, second. Mr. Higbee. All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing closed. I will go back to the board one more time, though, if any other thoughts. Okay. On the resolution for Manish Kanana, 21 Center Street, sorry, I
No
apologize.
problem.
Grocery and eating and drinking establishment. I need a motion. Mr. Madden, I need a second. Ms. Houston. Discussion? Roll call? Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Houston, Ms. Houston?
Yes.
Mr. Higbee?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
Next on the agenda, 203 Wickham Avenue, and I'm going to murder this name, so I apologize right now. Susan Métis, no guess, Guaman. Sorry about that.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Tamara Palma.
My name is Susan Kishpe.
So I'm going to be translating for her.
Okay, that's fine. What does she plan on doing?
She's trying to do a nail salon, a pedicure, and some facial aesthetics.
Okay,
Some beauty eyelashes.
okay, that's fine. Miss Two, do we have the mailings? Okay, in that case, I'm going to open the public hearing. Miss Two, do we have anything in writing? Anyone on the telephone? All right. Anyone from the public wishing to address this application, please step forward. None. Any board members, questions, comments, or concerns? Yes, Ms. Houston.
Are all of the employees who will be performing the aesthetics and the pedicures, are they all licensed with the state of New York?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It is also included in the resolution, just so everyone knows, anyone performing aesthetics will be licensed. Okay.
Any comments from the inspectors?
Not at this time.
The only concern we have is with the nails and operating the nails is the process ventilation with the chemicals. So you'll need to contact a licensed plumber. It's called process ventilation. So make sure you contact a plumber licensed in the city of Middletown to when the design begins and the setup.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. Anyone else? Mr. Madden?
There's no mention in the application of massage. There will be no massage there?
Yes, no massage.
Thank you.
No massage. Sorry, she has a question. The time frame, is that fine?
The time frame?
Yeah, the time that she's going to be laboring, doing the labor. I think she put a,
Are you looking for your hours of operation,
Yes.
are you saying?
Yes.
Okay. I can tell you what was put in the resolution.
8 AM to 9 PM?
yes,
Yep, that was out of her, also from
7
out of her
days.
application. Yep.
Yeah.
yes,
Yep.
7 days. Yeah, just if she wants one day, she'll just close it. And she
Yeah.
just wants to be,
So are those okay, those hours?
yes,
Okay. That's what's in the resolution.
okay.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, back to the public hearing. Anyone present wishing to address this application, please step forward. In that case, I'm going to call for a motion to close the public hearing. Mr. Madden, Ms. Witt. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right, I will go back to the board one more time if they have any thoughts come up. Nothing? Okay. That being said, on the resolution for 203 Wickham Avenue Beauty Salon Nails, I need a motion. Ms. Witt, second. Ms. Houston. Discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
Mr. Higbee?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
sir. Have a
Make sure
great
you
night.
Make sure
Thank
you
you
check
so
with the
much.
DPW and the fire department.
I will, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. That was the last one. Need a motion to adjourn. Ms. Houston, second. Ms. Witt, all in favor? Aye. Thank you.